Well, good evening, every little bunny. Daisy here is with you tonight, and, well, I have some thoughts. Well, we'll do a little story time for you. This all came about from something I was doing yesterday on my day off. I was looking through my digital photos, partly because someone was looking for scary old fursuit photos, that one that you made yourself 15 years ago, 17 years ago, and you're ashamed to say it existed, almost, just other than the fact that you are proud that you made something at that point. But you're too scared to have ever potentially taken a fur con and may have thrown the trash can already. It's already in the trash can. But I started down the bunny hole, as it were, and I got all the way to the year we bought this house, and it really made me stop and think. So, now for the story time. When Autumn moved in with me, we had to immediately move out of where I was and go get an apartment together. So we got the little one-bedroom, 600-ish square foot apartment, which was a third floor walk-up, all fire escape entrances, with a creaky floor, a neighbor below us that freaked out when we would, get up to go pee or get a drink of water because we made noises. No yard that we were allowed to actually do anything in. No porch we could do anything in. The first floor had the back porch. It was only an entrance there area got to. The second floor had the front porch, which all of us had access to from their entrances, but that's who wins the battle. And we had no access to any of the yard space. That was all just out there. So our extent of outdoors was the three little landings of fire escape by our three entrances to our third floor apartment. So that's what we had for 8 years. Two people, 600 square feet, both working from home. And we both had a lot of stuff from previous locations, and we acquired more stuff as we lived there. We became the masters of vertical storage because use every vertical inch you can when you don't have a lot of horizontal ones. Our kitchen dining room became a kitchen slash storage room. Most of our bedroom became bedroom slash storage room. And our living room was the only room we actually could do anything in. It was the tiniest of all the rooms. This is what we lived in for 8 years. All right, now fast forward through that 8 years. Welcome to Slightly More Present. We moved out here to Fort Wayne, Indiana, after having visited several times. We figured out we actually wanted to live here. We looked into the pricing of stuff, and we shopped around at shopping. We went to the malls, the stores, the restaurants. Not all of them yet. We still haven't got to all of them. There's a ton of places left to eat at. And we're not, going to get caught up anytime soon with the current situation. But I mean, we got time. We got things to do. So that's in our future. Um, we spent a brief couple months living in Javi's house while we were house shopping here. This was planned out. We actually worked it out with him that was going to happen. We arranged when it was going to happen. We didn't arrange the end of it specifically because it comes down to when the house would get signed on, when we're able to get utilities and internet and stuff turned on so it can actually functionally move into there. But we had a start time well ahead of time established, over a year before we did it, and we were working things out. Staying at his house, overstaying at the apartment, even though we were sharing space with someone, it was a dream compared to what we had been in before. I don't think I could do the shared house thing anymore. We'd spent 8 years by ourselves, and you never know what everyone's little this and that, and I mean everyone has little this and that's that they're particular about, and you get that many different people in a same house, it starts to quickly, you find out where everyone You can't you could be best friends with someone. You just can't necessarily live with them forever. That being said, it was still a million times better than Crazy Lady underneath us, and we are very thankful for Javi for doing that for us and helping us get our game rolling out here, and helping us start doing the house shopping too, and getting us our realtor lady. She was awesome. Uh, After having looked at several houses, we did pick the one we wanted. This one that we're in right now. You're here. Welcome to it. And like any place, you don't necessarily feel like you're at home right away. You're sleeping in a strange place. It's empty because you only had furniture that fit in a tiny little 1 bedroom, 600 square foot apartment that half of which you turned in 3/4, almost all of which you turned into storage, besides where like the bed, the dressers, the couch slash bed in the living room, which is need to be thrown out. It's currently still in pieces in the garage. I just need to get that in the trash one of these days. And our desks and TV. Now we had, instead of just a living room, kitchen, dining room, bedroom, we had many downstairs rooms, 4 bedrooms upstairs, a garage, a shed, uh, hallways, and closets beyond imagine. It felt weird and unpacky, until you start getting things sorted out. And you kind of need furniture for some of the other rooms to make them make more sense. Uh, Over this last 3 years, we've done a good job of filling in a lot of the spaces. First things first, we got a couch, a new bed. We actually upgraded too. It was just a bed on a frame. Now we have a bed with a headboard, matching dressers. Uh, we got a bed for one of the spare rooms, the actual bunk bed setup. It looks really cute. We took our old bed and put in one of the other spare bedrooms. We got second desks for downstairs, so our fun computers didn't have to be up in the upstairs, and turned what we're in right now is technically the dining room into the downstairs computer room. Uh, the family room is where I now cut fabric, and the workout equipment in there. The bookshelves are all in there. My Lego table is in there. Um, the couch his mom gave to us is in there. It's not as comfortable by any means, but it was a gift, so kind of want to just not get rid of it. So it's there. Uh, Over time, we've acquired more television sets. We had one from the bedroom and one from the living room. Our one from our living room, which is our oldest one that we own, is right next to me. It's a 40-inch RCA flat panel. Nice and thick, nice chunky one. It was not when flat panels first came out, but when they started getting a little cheaper, that's when we picked one up. The living room, as a special adventure, one day while I was at work and he was off, we didn't have matching schedules for a little bit still. He went to Sam's Club and spotted the TV we'd been looking at specifically. And he picked it up, he took it to the car, and he thought about it as he was getting out of the store, like, uh-oh, how's this going to work? I have a small hatchback. I just bought a 60-inch TV. Thankfully, um, it just exactly fit horizontally. And I mean just perfectly flat fit horizontally in the back of that car. He had to scooch the driver's seat up to maximum scooch so that the gate would close. But it got home. And it's definitely not a purchase we regret. We love our television. It is awesome. We got a television in the family room. That's where the Legos and the books are. From a work contest. So we got that for nothings. So that moved in there. Yay! Television in that room, I guess. And we got one for the one of the two spare bedrooms, the one we actually like using ourselves. So we picked up one with a nice small smart TV. I think it's a 40 something inch. Uh, but it fits the space and it makes for a nice bedroom TV. And our 32-inch that we had in our old bedroom, which was got used, I think it's like older model than our previous living room TV. It's not that great, but it's TV, so it's up there. It's still flat, still 720p and 32-inch. You don't need anything bigger than that. Uh, so yeah, that all happened. Now we have televisions everywhere. This is where we have our fun computers. We have our work computers up in the upstairs, um, in one of the bedrooms, specifically the one directly above me. Um, Now, the thought that really was coming to me was the point when this started to feel like home. Because when you get into it, it doesn't feel like home. Over the years, it's finally started to sink in that this is actually our space. This is actually our home. This is our living room. This is our not dining room. And realizing some of the things we do that almost make no sense, but we do them anyway, partially out of habit and partially out of where things laid and help things happen. The reason why we set our computers up in this room is because this is the room where the FiOS Ethernet jack was. So that's where the router is. And it was not too hard to then set up our fun computers in this room that's supposed to be the dining room. We didn't really feel like we needed a dining room. You can see behind me the table we have to eat at. It can seat four people comfortably. It's not taking up any extra space in our living room. We had space, so that's where we do our dining rooming. We also have a little two-seater table in the kitchen in the breakfast nook zone, which has become where we stick our bags and jackets, and the aloe plant lives. I want to reclaim that spot, turn it back into a table. But where I was getting to with that is, we have a big living room back there. It's the whole width of the house. Where do we sit most nights? In our computer chairs in the dining room, with our computers split between the TV, with a futon couch behind us. What does this remind me of? Oh yeah, our apartment living room. That's how it was set up. Technically, we were swapped. I was on the other side. He was on the left side of the TV. I was on the right side of it. Now, other way around. That's fine and all. I'm cool with that. This room is a little bit deeper, but a little skinnier. It's more square, and that room is more rectangle. I'm not sure if there's what the square foot difference is exactly, because I don't care that much. um, but it's almost the exact same setup. Desk, stand with TV on, desk, futon, doorway at one end, doorway on the side of the other end. It's like you get so comfortable with something, and you don't realize you recreate it until you do it. And you're like, well, I don't see why not. Um, Now, that's not to say we don't sit in the living room and watch TV. We haven't done that as much lately. We've actually been gravitating to our computers more, which is not a bad thing. We're enjoying our stuff, which, in the last couple of years, I did make us new gaming rigs, so it's good to use our toys. And this TV is not bad. I mean, when you're watching stuff like YouTube and Netflix, it works. I Roku'd this TV. All the TVs are either smart or Roku, depending on living room TV's the only dedicated non-Roku smart TV. The upstairs bedroom TV, the one we added, is a smart TV, but it runs Roku. So Yeah, every TV but the living room TV when you're accessing with Chromecasting is going to a Roku box, which is fine. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Just odd. Um, we were using the PlayStation 3 for all our stuff in this TV, but YouTube wouldn't work on it, so I had to cast from my computer, which was interrupting my ability to do things with noise in them. Like I couldn't play Borderlands while watching something on YouTube, which was annoying. And the I think it was a Hulu app would never load on there, so I was just like, you know what? I'm spending $30. I'll get another Roku box. I don't care, and I did. And that means we don't have to turn the PlayStation 3 on, unless we want to throw a Blu-ray in or something. So that's an upgrade, I guess, maybe, sort of. uh, but yeah, it really has finally started to feel like we own this house, like it's our place, not like it's we're filling in a hole. We're working with someone else's stuff. We're not trying to sleep in someone else's bedroom. That's our bedroom. That's our space. That's our workroom upstairs. This is our fun computer room. That's our living room. That's the family room. It's kind of weird, but it's still ours. That's the important part. Uh, it's our garage where I keep our car and some of our lawn equipment. The rest of the lawn equipment's hiding out in the shed. That's our shed. Okay, the shed's still kind of creepy because I don't go in there very often, but it's ours. And that treehouse out back, that's his if he wants it because I'm not climbing up there. Our patio out back, our space to go grill food, our lawn. We have a lawn, a front one and a back one. How weird is that? We don't access them as much, other than mowing them usually, but we own them. They're ours. They're our space, our buffer zone between us and the neighbors. Such a weird concept. Having our own space, having our own house, knowing that we're going to have it paid off a lot sooner than the bank wanted us to. We're good little children. We not only saved up for a good down payment, but we're paying extra. I want this house to be paid off as soon as possible. One less thing to be in debt with, and then you effectively have uh, something to bargain with when buying another house, if you so choose to move ever. I don't know. I almost can't see us having this house lived out in 15 years, but if we found something better, who knows? Who knows? That's 15 years from now. Or 10 years from now, and we see something better. We haven't paid this off yet, but we're close. We'll find out when that time comes. uh, yeah. So that's kind of a story of where the house has come, where our living has come from as a couple, from tiny apartment to now house. Kitchen's kitchen. I like our kitchen too. It's a long, skinny kitchen, but it's a good kitchen. A lot of counter space, lots of cabinets. I like that. I want to replace the stove. I want to replace the refrigerator. Those are on the things that were going to be getting replaced earlier in the year, but everything went wrong in the world. So as soon as we get a chance to go back to the stores where they sell the ones I liked, get those ordered. And the chest freezer will get here one day because they had shipping issues and it didn't get shipped. It's supposed to be here this week. Uh, so probably should get that done before we get the refrigerator changed out, so I can just take everything out of the freezer, put it in there for a day while we switch that. One less thing to worry about. Just have to worry about the refrigerator stuff during that phase. Anyway, that's a lot of me babble. Houses, you know you've lived somewhere and you've settled in when you get that feeling it's your home. Knowing that when you come back to it, it feels like you've gotten into your space. You feel like it is your zone again. And we've definitely got there. At least for, I know I feel it. I'm pretty sure Autumn feels it too. And that's the important part. You feel like this is your home, not like it's those other people's house, or that guy's house, or you're staying in this person's extra room, or you're renting that guy's space upstairs. This is ours. It feels good. And I hope it keeps feeling that way. Yeah. Anyway, thank you for watching me babble, listening to me babble about home stuff and the feeling of being at home as opposed to just feeling like you're in some place. So if you enjoyed this, go ahead. If you have comments about this, about something, how your house, when you felt like you were at home finally in where you live, or if you don't feel that way yet, you're wondering what you're missing, discuss. Let me know. I'm actually intrigued. I'd love to know how people feel about their home spaces. Um, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe, little dingly bell, and share this video with some of your friends. I'd like to hear what everyone else has to say about this too. And if you're so inclined, the Patreon link is in the description below. I definitely appreciate every penny that people give to me. I put it towards making better videos, and I'll continue to do so. If you are any of my patrons who are watching this, please don't forget every month to give me some information about what you want to have me do for you on camera. I look forward to those requests. Anyway, this is Daisy saying thank you for watching my video, and hope you're all having a bunny-rific day, and I'll see everybody again later on. Love you all. Bye-bye.